tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Okay, Coach. Well, first opened way back in 1972. There's a look at Arrowhead Stadium, part of the Truman Sports Complex here in Kansas City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Arrowhead Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They're set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the Denver Broncos. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On first down, right back to Lindsay. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest game, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here's Flacco off the play fake to Lindsay. Airing it out for Hamilton. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Over 30 yards there. And first downs on 3 consecutive plays now. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Flacco. Forced out to his left. This is the tight end Fant. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Let's go, D.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Flacco, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the rookie from UVA, Juan Thornhill. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Check, 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 check. Check 99. Check 99. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Attack, attack.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead.
Yellow. 180. Yellow. 47. We ain't giving up nothing today. Check 9, check 9. Bang. 15. Bang, bang. Bang, bang. 43. 43.
Mahomes now on first down. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement, because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
Let's see if they do that. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for third down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
And this is caught by Watkins. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead.
Yellow. Number 180. Yellow. 47. Here we go. Here we go. Shift, shift.
Mahomes now on first down. And going deep for Hill. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
From the 22, Flacco. Got a man. That's complete to Hamilton. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. On first and 10, it's Lindsey. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Setting up to throw, Flacco. Open man, here is Hamilton. He's already topped his receiving output from a week ago, and we're just in the first quarter, as that's a first down. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line. Flacco. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Flacco. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. And again, it's Flacco to throw. He's got his tight end Fant. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 29-yard line. 1st and 10 here for Flacco. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Flacco will take to the air again. The completion to Riddick. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. No score after one on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2 as they go to work on a first and goal. They'll try to run with Lindsey. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Second and goal from the 1. One more time with Lindsey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. It's a foot race. He's at the 30. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. And they'll keep on the ground with McCoy. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That really sets them back. A loss of 6. Now on second and 16. Mahomes. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Bradley Chubb in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. Third and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. On third and long, it's Mahomes. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. From the gun, Flacco. He finds Riddick complete.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On second down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a first down on a gain of 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. That one into the hands of Hamilton. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Flacco from midfield. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he...
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. The extra point up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone here, so it's a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Flacco going to bring up the Broncos 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Flacco looks to throw. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
The Chiefs take their first down at their own 22-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll keep it on the ground with McCoy. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's going to launch this thing way downfield, and that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the 2nd quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this 1st half. They go play action here on 1st down. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Here's Flacco. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half. And McManus able to put it through. So we've come upon halftime here in Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Another run by Lindsey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, first down. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Big stop, let's go.
Flacco on the give to Lindsey. Room to run again. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first. Well, we talked about Phillip Lindsay so much last year, but it bears repeating. Undrafted in 2018, the Broncos would sign him in May, and that was a good decision. He would have a 1,000-yard season, 9 touchdowns en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. So from undrafted to playing in the Pro Bowl in 10 months, that's pretty clean living for Phillip Lindsay. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now it's Lindsay. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Phillip Lindsay, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. McManus's point after is good, and the lead is now 10-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Now on 2nd and 16, Mahomes. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Adam Gotsis able to record his 5th sack of the season. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Out. Shift, watch the shift. Hero 15. 34, right 34. Scoot. Switch up.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Passing play, Flacco. This is the tight end fan. 25 yards that time.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential, but when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal?
draw quarters.
They'll run with Lindsey, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, second down. Now from the 7, here's second and goal. To pass, Flacco. And this one's incomplete. He was looking for Theo Riddick there. But now it's third and goal.
Certainly looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
So it's third and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The kick by McManus is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Jay, 43, 43, 15.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Will Parks. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now they're...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Phillip Lindsay, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos push further out in front. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on, and remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A run there on first down going nowhere as he stopped right at the 25. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on second and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Will Parks. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. They get the pick. Now what can Flacco do on first down? That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That puts him in excellent position, first and goal after a gain of 19. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Here's Flacco. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, but it'll be second and goal.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On second and goal, Flacco to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. It was Tyrann Mathieu, the Honey Badger, there to knock it away.
Tyrann Mathieu knocks that one away, and when I'm evaluating guys in the game today, who has the best instincts, I'm not sure I put anyone ahead of him.
Really?
Yeah.
Put him up near the top?
I really do. The way that...
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Emmanuel Ogbah, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handle?
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now, that turnover might just about do it. Here, fourth quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Yo, lead! Screen! Recall, 152 fighter.
Here's Flacco off the play fake to Lindsey. Now a hit, and Flacco drops the football. It's loose, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown.
We're going to shut you down.
This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
And he almost flirted with disaster there, but it does get into the end zone before going out, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. On third down, here's Lindsey. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Here's Hill on the return. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. The end result, 21 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. To throw, it's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Let's pin the mirrors back and go full. Sunday. Exit. We did. Motion. 15. 47 is the mic.
From the midfield stripe, they look to throw. And going deep for Hill. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he is all the way up past the 25. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Deshaun Hamilton, his second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
That's fielded in the end zone. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 40, the 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. He goes 105 yards on the kick return, and the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Flacco off play action. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
On 3rd down, Lindsey. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be 4th down now. They won on 2 fronts there, so to speak, Charles. Not only do they stop him short of the first, they get him out of bounds and stop the clock.
Yeah, they won. The offensive guys lost because they wanted to stay in bounds and have that clock run or force you to use timeouts. Instead, the defense won, as you mentioned, on both fronts.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
2nd and 2 at the 44-yard line.
Yellow. Check 59. Mike is Alpha. 59.
From the 44, Flacco. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Chris Jones, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
And the Broncos first down.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. How about this? Flacco setting to throw it. Completes it to Fant on the right side. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. The Broncos on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Phillip Lindsay with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The sack by Todd Davis. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Mahomes going to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Credit the sack to Von Miller. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. And they'll get him down here at the 23. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. KC last year on 4th down, 12 of 15, 3rd best in the league, and they're going again. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Now a desperation throw, deep depth, and my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end. And, you know, some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time. And they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for the Broncos, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, The loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaud. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Yeah. How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?